Welcome, one and all. The first rule of Pathologic Club is spoilers. No, don't do them. Or something like that. Today we will finally be avoiding all spoilers of the game in a video. Officially no spoilers. And you can hold me to that. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is, while avoiding spoilers, I'll tell you how to beat up anyone you like in the game. We'll start with guns. If you have a gun and you want to win a fight, use it. Ammunition isn't cheap, admittedly, but it sure is cheaper than being dead. Aiming for the head does make a difference, but so does missing, and the head's a small target. If you find that you've bought a gun to a several knife fight, you will try running instead. Always put away your weapons, fist or lantern, before running. It does speed you up, and it means you aren't going to get caught. Also, be aware that guns have a chance to jam if the condition is low. Given that one shot can make or break a combat, try and keep your guns in good health, preferably as good a health as yourself. Let's take a step back. Before you fire your first shot, get used to performing some cursory checks. How is your health? Is it good? How are you doing? What's your weekend plans? Even if you get good at combat, if you have low health, a surprise encounter can finish you off. The game continues its excellent record on disempowerment. Have a look at your thirst. If it's high, have a drink. Let your energy recover. A round of early attacks from you can down an opponent when the same could not be said of a thirsty army. Finally, you should identify who you're fighting. Look around. Who could come in to aid this person or yourself? Who is further out but could come in if your opponent runs? If you're in a building, who else might hear the fight and come downstairs to cause you problems, i.e. any male not hidden behind a locked door. This is especially problematic with guns, as they're loud. Sneak attacks. To sneak attack, you hold the sneak button and attack. Approach from behind, wham, pow, shazam, your opponent is down, hopefully. Yeah, this works with both knives and fists. Does more damage than a power attack, but it's slow and is not useful after the fight has started. After your first sneak attack or gunshot, you should keep your eyes up here and down here. Exhaustion drains when you block attacks, when you run, or when you attack. So when isn't it draining? It's not draining when you stand still and block and aren't being attacked. That's why fights are frenetic and decided in the first few seconds. If you haven't won by the time this bar runs out, you'll be running, or the pace of the fight will slow significantly. If you block for too long, the foe will kick you out of your block, stunning you for a few seconds in which you can only weave and bob away. If you see them going for the kick, keep the block button held down. It's already too late to prevent them from doing it, and you'll get your stamina back as a reward. Though preferably don't encourage them to kick you in the first place, bring your block down occasionally. On the note of exhaustion, do you use quick or strong attacks? Both. Personally, I prefer opening up with a strong blow and quickly following it with a couple of the weaker attacks. The strong blow prevents your opponent from responding, if it lands, and the weaker make the most of the downtime. The same is true when you have a knife. If you win, you now have a choice to make. Spare or kill. 90% of the time, the best option is kill. Mother Bodho demands unwilling sacrifices, after all. Well, in terms of mechanics, though, there's almost never a benefit to accepting surrender, unless the fight is with a townsperson and you're wary of your reputation. But if that is the case, why are you fighting the townspeople? On the flip side, if you lose, or think you will lose, you should start running away. But have you ever had this situation happen to you? You start running. Someone spins you round and beats you to death. No shame, happens to all of us. But you can counter the spin, and thus avoid an untimely demise. If you know what side of you the grabber is on, and turn your camera in the opposite direction as they grab, you can keep on trucking scot-free. And that was all the tips. I hope you jotted them down, or you'll have to listen again. That's the way it works. Sorry. If you need help in other aspects of your game, stick around the channel. Otherwise, cheerio, fellow Artemis.